Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And today you all are in for a very special treat. Today we are going to talk and break the mold around dating, but not just any dating, dating during a pandemic. And we have CEO and president coming here to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage to break the mold and break the ice and spill some tea on the mysteries and how we can get to a better dating world life. And that was the biggest issue. So here she is. Don't want to miss any second of this incredible show. This interview you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, stay with us, stay engaged. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and today we have Miss April Davis of LUMA Luxury Matchmaking, which she began when she realized she needed to take her skill of intuition and understanding people to the next level. She was always a hard worker, a small town girl with big city dreams, an MBA graduate by 20, working her way up to a Fortune 500 company today, and also pursuing a modeling on the side. But if there's anything that can be said about this woman, she is a true inspiration, a true model, and she is beyond hardworking. And her company, LUMA, is a nationwide matchmaking service serving clients in over 40 states and is now a Inc. 5000. I said it, Inc. 5000 fastest growing company here in the world. And today she's going to break the ice on matchmaking. So help me welcome to the stage, Miss April Davis.
Hi.
How are you, Miss April? Thank you for joining us on the Gentleman Style Podcast Show.
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely glad to have you. Another round of applause, y'all. Thank you for joining us, Miss April. Thank you for joining us on Gentleman Style Podcast stage. We are glad to have you. I want to dive right in. Successful people have routines, habits, things that they do every day that sets the tone for the rest of their day. What is one thing that you do that sets the tone for the rest of your day and lets you know I'm going to have a very productive day today?
Well, I think, having that morning routine is really important for me anyway. So it's starts with hydration, drinking a ton. I always have this. I'll drink one of these in the morning, and of course, have my coffee, although it's decaf now, and have something warm and something to eat. And then I usually head to the gym right after that. And
love that.
Yeah, I'll make my green machine drink, which is a lot of greens and protein and stuff to have after the gym. So it's all about feeding your body what it needs. And of course, brushing your teeth. So.
Got to do that. Have to do that. So that's powerful. And what you all don't see, right, is she's cut under there. She's cut up. She models, but she's buff. You don't want to mess with her. So that's what you all can't see. So thank you for saying that. Who's someone you admired? Your career has been fabulous. Who's someone that you admire, you look up to?
Well, there's so many people, but I always think about Beyonce, quite frankly, because she is actually extremely hardworking. If you think about it, like she has been so successful and continues to be creative and innovative and just continues to go after it time and time again. And it's not like she needs the money, right? She's doing it because she enjoys her craft and she's just has a very strong work ethic. I think so. She's is somebody that I always think of like, wow, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need to do it for the money. She's already extremely wealthy and successful, but she does it just because she loves it and wants to. And it's just, I think that's really an interesting and admirable trait in her, that's why she is who she is. So
that's true. That's true. The queen be herself. And so that is true. A lot of women seek inspiration and they see inspiration in her because she models what she preaches, right? And she goes after it. No holds barred. And she's broken through.
Right. She's a businesswoman. She's not just an entertainer or singer. She's a very smart businesswoman.
That's it. Great example. And so I want to ask you so as a professional matchmaker, why matchmaker? You have a mind that's
Mhm.
incredible and you could do anything you set your mind to. What drew you to matchmaking? That line of that career, that business.
Well, I think it's something that's really rewarding, and it's something that I just always was doing for fun. The first time I put a couple together was when I was 16 that ended up getting married. And so it was kind of neat that that it ended up being something that I could turn into a company and a career. And so that's what I ended up doing. And when I, yeah, so 11 years ago now, started the company. I realized that there was an opportunity in the market because people weren't meeting the kind of person that they were looking for, and there just wasn't the avenues. Dating online and apps, it wasn't as mainstream back then, but it wasn't then, and it still isn't efficient. So people were always complaining. I was hearing a lot of different negative things about just dating and the services out there. So I started looking into it. I saw an opportunity for improvement. My background is in process improvement. And so that's why I applied my background to dating and came up with this model of a company. And it's a concierge type of service. So we get to know our clients, we meet with them, we interview them, we understand who they are, and then we find that person that's the right fit for them. So it's not just an app or anything. We're their personal concierge to help them to find that person that's right for them.
Did you all hear that? Did you all hear the passion that came out just now? She is
Mhm.
passionate about what she does, and she's been doing it since a baby, pretty much a baby, y'all. She's been professionally matching people together, and now today they're happily married. So your company, Luma Search, tell us about the company. And you said it's a professional matchmaking, and you said it's virtual.
Mhm.
Virtual didn't work. So
Well,
what is?
right.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, online and the apps and everything, they're more for entertainment than they are for finding that, significant other for a long-term committed relationship. Some people just want to hook up. Some people are just looking to be validated, quite frankly. And what we do are we're helping people that actually want a relationship and are serious and, want to find that person. And we take all the labor and nuances out of it, and we just line people up with the kind of person that they're looking for. So we meet with everyone, we interview them. So on average, we end up interviewing about 50 people per client, and our matchmakers only work with about 15 to 20 clients at a time, so it's very personalized and one-on-one. But yeah, we're interviewing about 50 people per client, so it's like we're going on those for 50 first dates for them so they don't have to. And yeah, as you can imagine, it's a ton of work, and that's why we do, and we're also able to have the success rate that we do because we are so just, it's very in depth. It's very we go through a whole series of questions. We have our clients do an interview and also a personality assessment, so that way it helps us to understand who they are. And then we're also giving them coaching along the way as well, so that helps them to make sure that they're putting their best foot forward and in order to attract the kind of person that they want.
So that's powerful, y'all. That's powerful. So that's like so like you said, it's a personal concierge. So you're like my personal matchmaking coach. And you're
Mhm.
telling me like, hey, your match, you have a date tonight. You might want to wear this. You might want to wear a tie. Is it that personal?
Oh yeah, I mean, we'll suggest. I mean, I'll find a personal shopper for someone, or I've gone shopping for my clients before, or I'll find stuff online and then send it to them and say, "Hey, I think you should get this," or and get an outfit like this or whatever that I think might help them, and then or a hairstyle or something like that. That's the more outward, easier type of thing, but there's also things when it comes to, okay, what should you say in a text and how should you approach somebody that, or how should you keep the momentum going after a great first date and stuff. And, coaching clients along those lines too is important. So,
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You all, we have the incredible, amazing, beautiful Miss April Davis of Luma Luxury Matchmaking, LUMA search, and she is breaking the tea. She's spilling some tea, y'all. We have to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Good day, podcast listeners. This is your boy, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I wanted to let you guys know that we will be rolling out a new feature and adding a join sponsor button next to the subscriber button here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click the button, it will display 3 membership levels. Gentleman Gentry, which is our entry level, Duke Duchess, which is our season level, and the Emperor and Empress, which is our most sophisticated level, which you will receive unique perks and benefits at each differing level and gain access to our community tab. We will also be sharing polls, upcoming events, and interviews, as well as receive feedback from our sponsors directly. Your support helps me find new and exciting guests to bring to the stage live. Well, in order to get the higher end speakers, it requires, you guessed it, money. So thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if becoming a sponsor sounds good to you, then select the join button below and choose your desired sponsor level. Let's continue to grow and serve the future of generations of men and women to come. Love you guys. Bye. Hey everybody, we are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and today we have CEO founder April Davis of LUMA Search. She's a professional certified matchmaker, and she's helping us get to a better relationship, and she's helping us do dating, courtship, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel it to call it in your heart. She's helping us do better matchmaking, and she's a professional matchmaker. Her and her team is helping us get to a better place and find the love of our life. Miss April, thank you for joining us on Gentleman Style Podcast Show. This is huge. We are back, y'all. Miss April, tell us something. 2020 was a dumpster fire. It was terrible, right? Mm-hmm. COVID-19 has really set us apart and really changed the way people date. You couldn't go to the movies. You couldn't traditionally go to the beach or walk on the beach or anything like that. So how is it, how do you help your clients navigate 2020? How did you help your clients do that?
Well, a lot of people had to get familiarized with technology and learn how to use Zoom and, have good online or good video type dates and get creative and find different ways to keep the connection and the chemistry going and keep things interesting. So we did a lot of coaching. We had a lot of great ideas to help them to not only, keep that connection going, but look good on a video and also just figure out ways to, build the relationship, even long distance sometimes too.
Very true. Very true. Have to get creative. Have to keep it spicy. Have to keep it interesting and unique. We have a question from our audience, Miss Erica Nicole Holmes. She's also a VIP sponsor to the channel. She asked, how do you know when a person is serious? What characteristics? Because you say you do that professional assessment. How do you know when someone is serious, or are they a predator? There are predators out there. What are some traits of a good man?
About a relationship, wanting a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think one thing that is always a good indication is if they are talking about, making plans in the future, and they're saying things like, yeah, when, this summer we're going to do this, or the next, whatever vacation that you get, let's go here. It's talking about something in the future, then that's a good sign that they see a future with you and the future together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope that answers your question, Miss Erica Nicole. That definitely answers mine. And that's huge. And that's a great, great point. How important is I bring up this point. What's a good thing for compatibility? Is income a factor? Should they be close and similar in incomes? Like a doctor should date a doctor, or a nurse should date a nurse, or does that even matter?
There's no should be's really. What matters more so is about people's values and maybe their lifestyles and what, they're ultimately, though, it's the value system that matters the most. Because I've seen doctors, dating mechanics because they had similar values and lifestyles. The doctor, she was into motorcycles, she was into doing things, like being active and traveling and different things, and so was he. And so, that's where their value system aligned. Yeah, they made significantly different amounts of income, but ultimately what mattered to her and him, what their values were, those were aligned. So same thing like with maybe religion. So if your religion, say you're Christian, you're a strong Christian, and you want to have kids with someone, it's important to find somebody that values align with you, or if they don't, then it's at least you have a plan and you're both going to be respectful of each other's values and raise the child accordingly, because that's always another big issue for people, and the reason why sometimes people end up getting divorced. But it's something that they know ahead of time. However, when you first start dating somebody, when you first start liking someone, there's your brain chemicals literally change, and you start you don't see all those red flags, because how's the line, line that says you can't see red flags with rose colored goggles. Everything looks everything looks the same anyway. So yeah, so you want to pay attention to those things, because you think that, oh, it's fine, I'll just ignore it. But ultimately, that feeling of, oh, they're amazing, they're wonderful, everything's perfect about them, that fades away eventually, and you're left with that person and their value system, and you have to be okay with that.
That's true. Very true. April Davis, y'all, spilling the relationship dating tea, and she's peeling back the onion here today on Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and that's huge. You have some unique insight. You are married to a divorce attorney.
Yes, that is very unique. Yeah,
And
I
so
don't know.
you that's unique, and because it gives you both sides. You see the connections, you set up
Yeah,
the connections, but you also see the downside of a broken relationship or a broken
right,
marriage as well. What
right.
is, in your expertise, what is the leading cause, or what has been the leading cause of divorce? Is it money? Is it sex? Is it I don't know, receding hairlines? What's the leading
Yeah, I
cause
hope it's
of
nothing
divorce?
that superficial. No, I think it's more so. My husband always uses this, basically this illustration, in that it's it's not really one thing. But imagine a house that you're in a room in a house, and it starts filling up with a bunch of crap, and it's dirty, it's filthy, it gets so full. Eventually, you can't go in that room anymore, and you move into the other room, and now that room gets so full of crap, and then eventually the whole house is so full and disgusting, and you have to move out of the entire house. Well, that's kind of like these relationships that ultimately end in divorce. They're not cleaning up the little fights, time and time again. They're the same issues keep happening again and again, and they're not really addressing it. They're not able to communicate through it, and they're not taking care of things and cleaning up those little issues and little problems, because they then eventually they end up turning into a mountain, and people end up just ultimately hating each other instead of, and they're not able to work through those little things. They're so far gone. So it's important to take care of the little issues, because those are indicative of, it can become a bigger problem, and as it snowballs.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. What kind of qualities make people not a good match for your company? Or what kind of clients are a good fit for Luma?
Good fit clients are ones that are have realistic expectations of what a relationship is. A relationship is not a checklist of items that, oh, if I find somebody that's this, all these things, then I can fall in love and we'll have this great relationship. A relationship is more about being accepting different things, and accepting people's flaws, and seeing that, and appreciating what the other person is bringing to the table, appreciating that you can learn something from the other person. It's not necessarily conforming that, or getting them to conform and become, or to be a certain way. It's more, there's no fantasy person. Hollywood has us to believe that there's, what is it, I have all these women that want, like Tom Cruise or whatever actor is the biggest at the time. It's it's more about just being open-minded to and appreciating who the other person is and what they bring to the table, and you can learn something from them. So I think people that are more open-minded and are not married to a list are going to be more successful. In fact, I see it when people have this list, then they're so attached to. Those are the people that are the most. It never works, and they end up being single forever, or they end up dating somebody that is totally different than what's on their list because they have chemistry with that person, and then they throw their list out the window, and that's why they become successful.
That's true. That's true. And so remain flexible. You need people with realistic, like you said, realistic expectations when they come see you and they come see your team. They need realistic expectations and they need to remain flexible. So some of those the checklist, we're not checking off a box.
You're not buying a car, and it's not like you can select, okay, I want this color, these features, this and that. It's a relationship. It's a person, and chemistry will make you forget about, oh yeah, he does have a receding hairline. Oh, who cares? There's plenty of other really good looking guys that have, well, I mean, I can think of how many different actors like The Rock or Jason Statham or Bruce Willis, they're all going bald, but it's just being open-minded to the full package. It's not just about somebody's hair color or hair or not.
That's true. That's true. And so that makes perfect sense. I love how LUMA finds that deeper connection. And sometimes you match people across same zip codes, across different states. And that has to be in there. You have to be willing to travel. How much traveling have you seen? That's probably been to a halt, right?
It depends. I mean, not everybody has to. It depends on what they want. Some people are open traveling. Some people want to move and they want to meet somebody out of state, or they don't mind. We're nationwide and we have people everywhere. So it really depends on the client and what they're looking for. But we do have a lot of couples that have met that live, out of state, and they're able to connect through us. So.
This sounds like $1 million. You're an Inc. 5000 growing company, fastest growing company. So your service is probably $1 million. How much does it cost to work with your professional team and you?
It all depends. It's all on a case by case basis, and depending on the client and who they are, who they're looking for in a match, what they want, what their expectations are. Because we can recruit we can recruit people for them. We can, it depends on how much vetting and how challenging the search might be, but it can go all the way up to $250,000. So it just depends on the client. And we have clients that are at $10,000 all the way up to $250K. And then we also have a database that anyone can join. It's free to be in our little database and be considered as a match to our clients as well. And there's no charge for that.
Where can they go for that database?
Just go to the website, lumasearch.com, and fill out the form. And then they can update their profile and add more photos and answer. There's a ton of questions that they can answer about themselves to give the matchmakers more information.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. So let me get this straight. I want to break the ice right now. You're telling me if I give you $250,000, you'll match me up with Oprah?
Oprah, I wouldn't say that. She's in a relationship. So.
I want the Oprah. Say that again.
We could find someone like an Oprah, but there's no Oprah. She's off the market.
What? Oprah's off. Last time I checked, I'm a Google search. Last time I checked, she was single. I was hoping that
she's not married, but she has a boyfriend. Last time, anyway.
Okay. Well,
we've reached out to different celebrities, and not that this is what we're going to do for all our clients, but we have had some luck with. I've matched celebrities as well. I've had celebrity clients, and we've had to reach out to different athletes and stuff, and their agents to help find them a match. But I mean, those people, they need love too. They need to find that person too. So that's why we'll reach out to them at least and try. Like there's a ton of I was just seeing the other day that there's a lot of people on different apps, even celebrities on some of these dating apps and stuff, and they need to find someone, so they're gonna look wherever people are.
Right. Forget it, y'all. Do not look for Tom Cruise on Tinder. He's not on POF. He's not Plenty of Fish. He's not on Match.com. He's at LUMA. Check him out on LUMA. Miss April Davis, y'all. We have one more quick commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Miss April Davis. Be right back.
Are you a local business looking to offer your customers easy access to cash without having to travel miles? We're here to help. At Norman Legacy Investments, we provide free ATMs with free installation that provide a suitable investment for your business. Even better, we offer you some profit sharing and handle everything from start to finish. Just reach out to us today to schedule a free consultation.
Hey, everybody. If you're just joining us for the first time, we have the incredible, amazing CEO, President April Davis, professional matchmaker on the show. And she is helping us do a better, find love and do a better relationship, courtship, and taking us to a better level in dating. Miss April, what do you have in store? Can you spill any tea of any blockbusters, anything that LUMA is working on?
LUMA's just getting bigger and better all the time. We just added another dating coach to our team who comes with years of experience and certifications and different kinds of life coaching certifications. And she's going to be a great asset to our team to not only help coach our clients, but also train the other matchmakers on our team with different areas. So we're super excited about having her. And, it's just, I have a great team that's continuing to grow and continuing to grow our database and our network and just get bigger and better. So always, but a big thing is, I think around the coaching, that's where we can really differentiate and help people. And it's not just, we can put people in front of each other all day long and I can match someone up with the right person, 10 times, but unless they know what to do with it and unless they know how to present themselves the right way and know how to reel that fish in, so to speak, then that's the only way they're going to be successful ultimately.
Absolutely. How can people connect with you? How can people find you? How can people get a part of what you're doing and and find love? Right? It's hard. It's hard in these streets, right?
Right. Well, all people have to do is just go to the website and complete the submission form at lumasearch.com. It's LUMA search, SEARCH.com. And then LUMA, by the way, stands for luxury matchmaking. And then they can fill out the form and schedule a time to meet with a matchmaker. And the matchmaker will meet with them one-on-one in a video chat format, and where they can get to know them and understand who they are and who they're looking for in a match, and then go from there.
Love it. Get on board, y'all. LUMA, that's www.lumasearch.com. Stay connected, stay with it, and grow and find love, right? Everybody needs somebody, and that's why it was absolutely important for me to get Miss April Davis on the show today. Miss Davis, thank you so much for being on the show today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give back and support the channel in this way. I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. And thank you all for tuning in to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I hope this message has served you, and I hope this helps, right? I hope you all connect with Miss Davis and her team to find love and make those deep-rooted, cultivate those connections, right? It's not a checklist. We're not buying a car. We're buying lifetime love, right? That's how you get to forever. That's how you get to forever, and you make those long-time relationships. So check her out. LumaSearch.com. I hope, like I always end every show, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and take care of business. This is Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show and Ms. April Davis, professional matchmaker, signing off. Love you guys. Bye.